Today is day 2 of Cosmetology school, and I am eating Starbucks oatmeal for breakfast. I have a hot tea and I have a iced coffee because oddly enough the hot coffee is waking me up right now, but the iced tea, I don't know, it's just good, and I'm gonna sip on that throughout the day. This morning was a struggle because my first day I had to be in at 9:45, just as like the first orientation day, but this morning I have to be at 9 o'clock, and 9 o'clock everybody's going to work at 9 o'clock, so I haven't been in the going somewhere at 9 o'clock or needing to be somewhere at 9 o'clock in a very long time. Even when I do hair, like I said, excuse me, like I said before, I do hair from home most times, so I wake up and go into the next room, my salon, or the actual salon I work at is, like I said, 10 steps from my door. So I have not been in a car, stuck in traffic, going to work or school for quite some time. Definitely been stuck in traffic, but it's been like going to the doctor, or I feel like the last time I was stuck in traffic, we were going to my son's pediatrician, and we moved it because of how far it was, but literally going from Santa Clarita to I don't even know where it was, Los Feliz, and he had like a 1 o'clock appointment, and it took an hour and 50 minutes to get there. He was we didn't even go. We ended up canceling because after like an hour on the road, we were like, we can't keep going. He was hysterical. He was too young at that time, and I was like, we have to move the pediatrician somewhere closer because this is just ridiculous. But that's not what this video is about. This morning was as smooth as it could be. Baby woke up at 7 a.m. with me. I woke up earlier than 7, but baby woke up at 7 to feed, so I nursed him, which I prefer him getting up with me because then I can say goodbye. But as I was looking at the GPS, the traffic just kept creeping up and creeping up and creeping up, and I was like, okay, I gotta go, because when I woke up, it was gonna be 45-minute drive, and then after I brushed my teeth, I checked the GPS, and now it's 1 hour and 10-minute drive, just like that. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. But that is my update for the morning. Yeah, so I'll be stuck in traffic, and we will see how this goes today. Interesting, driving through the fog right now. It's pretty cloudy out here, but that's what traffic is looking like. It's not too bad right now. It has definitely started to open up a bit, so that's good. And that is a wrap on day 2 of Cosmetology school. Day 2 was amazing, great. So how did the day start? I already recapped this morning. I got there at 8:55, and class didn't really start till 9:15ish, so it was nice that the mornings are slow. Sometimes things can be intense where it's like we're starting at, I didn't feel late. I was afraid I was going to be late, and then when I walked in, I was able to sit down, drink my coffee, and just chit chat with the other students. It wasn't like this pressure to start at 9 o'clock. Everybody was in there going over their books. I do not have all of my things. I don't have a kit yet. I don't have my textbooks. Apparently they are waiting for financial aid to be dispersed to fully give me all the things. I don't know if every program is like that. So I feel like I don't have everything I need. The online portion of the program hasn't started yet. After talking with some of the other students, they said it takes about 3 to 4 weeks for financial aid to be dispersed, and then they give you your kit, and they set you up for the online portion of the program. So in the meantime, like some of the other students were working on their mannequins. I'm probably going to just bring in my mannequin, but I have a kinky haired mannequin, and everybody's got a white girl straight hair mannequin, so I don't know how that's going to work. The other option is I can just buy a kit off Amazon. I saw them for like $250. An expense I don't want to incur, but I might just have to do it so that I can just feel like I'm doing something. But because I did not have a mannequin, the teacher gave me one, and she was like, you can just practice on this one for today. But it's not my mannequin, so I don't want to cut it. I don't want to color it. I don't want to... I mean, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I can curl it, straighten it, and do something like that. So I'll do that probably tomorrow. But a client actually came in to get her hair done, and I tag team with another student to touch up her roots. She had grays. An Asian woman, she had brownish hair, so she wanted to just touch up her grays and kind of change the color she had. So we helped do that. And I actually had the brush. I helped mix the color and actually applied it. So I did my first touch up today. So that was awesome. And the learning portion was like the first 45 minutes to an hour, and she just went over more textbook type things that would be on the test, as far as how to mix color. We went over how to, like, before deciding whether you're going to color somebody's hair, you have to check for, what is it? CAD, cuts, abrasions, and diseases. So that was pretty much, that's kind of the scope of what we went over today. And the textbook we're using is, I think it's called Milan, I think. I'll double check that. A black woman was on the cover, so that was cute. But we went over chapter 16 today. So that's what we went over in class. Learning about the hair cuticles, lifting color. We went over a lot of the difference between box dyes and more professional color jobs, and trying to learn when someone has a box dye that they want to be, like, going from box dye to professional color can sometimes be a challenge. So kind of being able to eyeball test that. We went over parting and sectioning the hair for color, and that's pretty much what we ended up doing on the actual client. Parting into 4 sections, starting with half an inch from the root, and then after about 20 to 30 minutes going back in on the roots and on the new growth. And I feel like that was about everything that we went over. The 4 hours goes by really quickly, so I love that. It feels like no time is wasted. You come in, you sit down, you do the textbook version, and then it's to work. And if somebody comes in to get their hair done, you're already there. You're already ready to jump right in and do it. And I just love that she's always like, you, Shakia, go do this. So went through that, shampooed the client's hair at the end, and disinfected, cleaned our area, learned how to disinfect and clean everything, putting all the tools in barbicide, letting them sit for 10 minutes, taking them out, drying them. So we went through all those things. So day two was good. Because this one thing about this program is it's open enrollment. So you can start anytime. So they prefer you start at the first of the month, but I started on October 21st, so that's obviously like in the middle. And it's a rolling enrollment. So that can be awkward because you just jump right in where everybody is already and you just learn what everybody is learning right now. So I'm not arriving and we're starting on chapter 1, which is how I like to study personally, because I like to feel like, okay, I'm done with chapter 1, now chapter 2. I'm very, I wouldn't say anal, but sometimes I can be overly organized when it comes to that. But I also don't mind starting with color, because that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I want to learn color. So the fact that my first week is chapter 16, starting color, is like, okay, I'm learning this first. And yeah, so that's perfectly fine with me. But yeah, so I just jump in where everybody is already. And color is where I start. So we'll see. I'm gonna look up some kits to see what might be the best kit to purchase, just so I can have it. I'm probably not gonna be able to return it because I'm probably gonna just do things with it, and that's just the cost of going to school. So I'm gonna get a kit for myself, so I'm not sitting around waiting, for one. And that's about it. Hopefully the pumps are not making too much noise. Hopefully. But that is a wrap on day 2. The importance of pumping on time. Baby's got milk. Plenty of it. Haven't even seen the second side. But because he's only 17 months, I'm doing this in the car. Because he's only 17 months, I nurse right before I leave, and then I have a bottle. I nurse, what is that? 4.5 ounces. I nurse before I leave, and then I pump in the morning before I leave. So I pump either the night before. I pump either the night before, to have a 6-ounce bottle ready for him in the morning, just in case I can't nurse him. And then I have a few frozen ounces as well. My stash is not where I would like it to be, because I'm mostly at home, so I mostly feed on demand. Rarely do I have to, I just don't have to pump a lot, because I nurse on demand. So a lot of times he empties me out before I can pump. So I don't pump much at home. But now that I have school, I just have to have just one bottle. The boobs are not created equally. You see this? This is 2.5 ounces for the right side. And then 4.5. So I guess because he feeds from both breasts, 4, 5, 6, 7 ounces total. So that's enough for a full feed, but the boobs are not created equal. So that is for any breastfeeding moms who might be going back to school. The wearables, I use 2 different ones because one is better for, I have one shallow nipple, one that, it's a thing. So the pumps is a trial and error situation, but I have a pump bag, cups to store it, or you can put it in a bag, but I'm gonna just put this in the fridge because this is gonna be his bottle for tomorrow while I'm gone, in case I can't nurse him. I will probably nurse him first thing in the morning, and then hopefully this will be his meal before nap time. But I will pump again tonight just in case he needs to for tomorrow, and then pump again in the morning before I leave. So it's a thing. You just got to find a rhythm when it comes to pumping and breastfeeding, to get the gist of how much your baby needs and how to build up a stash. But I'm going to try to continue. I only have class Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Monday, I have to find time to pump because I'm going to be around him and he's going to nurse on demand. And I think my baby is an emotional nurser, if that's a thing. So sometimes I'm like, you're not hungry. You just want to be on me. So that can happen too, where like your baby's just emptying you out because he's just clingy or emotional in the moment. And he's teething too. So when he's teething, he definitely wants to be close to mama. So I am finally home. Just sat here for a minute to vlog, and I'm gonna go get to work doing other things. Peace. Again, I already said bye, so I'm saying bye again.